Okay, Dizzy Juggler here. Big day today. We got the Dev Diary released. Listen, I'm going to give you the skinny, hopefully super quick, because it was like 23 minutes, and don't bother watching the whole thing. This is what you need to know. First of all, it's not like they filmed that today. It's old, so they're talking about stuff, just forget it. They probably did that like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Anyway, they compared this launch with the TDU2 launch and things that they did much better this time than last time. That was 13 years ago. So that's kind of sad that they're comparing it to that. But they also claimed this was better. This is better. Okay, this is better. They didn't want to go through the problems that they went through last time, and this was better. And they didn't anticipate having so many players. Right, but they know exactly how many players, because they sold the fucking game. All right, they didn't know how many players. They're fixing problems that they didn't expect with so many players in the week 1 patch. So I don't know, doesn't make sense to me. They just keep saying they didn't expect so many players. So this week 1 patch is coming very soon, even though we're way past week 1. But the week 1 patch is coming very soon, they said. And they just mentioned over and over and over that these problems with so many players they didn't expect. So that's what we're dealing with, folks. The server maintenance fixed things that we noticed, right? So this big server maintenance that they did last week, we noticed all the fixes that it did, right? No, like almost nothing got fixed. So they're just blowing smoke, guys. They're just blowing smoke. So most problems will be addressed in the first patch, progress saves, etc. The patch will be synchronized with a major server update, which means more downtime. Yeah, that's right, more downtime. The patch is in testing mode right now, and then they blamed the console manufacturers for taking so long, which was kind of cute, actually. The patch will fix bugs. It will fix bugs and have game improvements, more optimization promises, blah, 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 everything we heard before. The first patch will focus, the language, well, they were speaking in French and it was translated, it was dubbed. So the dubbing was, the first patch will focus on all platforms, but emphasis on PC. Focus and emphasis are almost the same word. So basically, tiny bit to consoles, mostly to PC. There will be another big patch coming very soon, specifically addressing PS5. Sorry, they didn't say very soon, they just said soon, to specifically address PS5 issues. Now, let's focus on this for a second. I want to be quick. The reason, now I know people are like, oh, well, but PS5 is worse. The reason why I believe that they're focusing more on PC right now is because there's nobody playing on PC. They need to do something to bring them back. That's why, don't freak out. Don't be like, yes, it's total crap. I know it's total crap. They need to bring those PC players back, so that's why they're doing it. Many of us are still playing on PS5 because, we're glutton. So that's why they're doing it, I'm pretty sure. Here's the stuff you really wanted to know. There's no compensation coming. They specifically said, let me find it. Whoa, how many pages here? They actually said, of course it will not be 1 million solar coins. That would ruin our experience. That's what they literally said. Okay? There's no offline mode coming. That's end of life stuff. It's not happening. Now then they promised more TDU stuff in the future. There's stuff from TDU2. We don't want to just recreate TDU2, but we want to add stuff that was in TDU2, which is basically recreating TDU2. But they said, in the future, surprise, surprise, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The patch fixes some things related to the season. That hasn't started, that's been delayed 3 times. So that means the season was already broken before it started, I guess. All right. And this is a big one. They said the patch and the season will start together. What the F? They'll start together. So you're going to drop this huge major patch the day that the season starts, apparently. That's the way they sort of said it. And then, God help us all, then they patted themselves on the back for the changes they made back in August. You know how they're back in July when you had to wait forever to join the race, and then in August you could press the button and only wait the 10 seconds. Well, they're still congratulating themselves on that. All right. So we're talking about end of life is offline mode. They're not even fucking talking about it right now. So forget it. Everybody who thought it was coming, I told you it's end of life. It's not coming. Not anytime soon unless this thing dies tomorrow, which then I guess offline mode comes sooner. They talked about a solo mode, but they're like, we understand people want to just do the races alone, whatever, solo, blah, blah, blah. But after all, it is an MMO. So then they said, soon. We'll do something soon. It's totally confusing there. Not sure where they're going with that. They talked about, crossplay. They just made a bunch of excuses. Again, down the road, sometime, blah, blah, blah. Cross region, more excuses. Down the road, the future, blah, 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 blah. Then they talked about AI. And they have this ELO rating, which is basically what they use for chess, like rating chess matches, which whatever. I guess they use it in e-gaming, whatever. But basically, the AI adapts to you. So the better you get, the better the AI gets. So all of us who've been playing all the time and like really trying to get really good, we're punished because now the AI is even better than we are because they want to challenge us through the AI by making the AI continually get better, the better we are. So all of you who haven't really played the game much, sandbag. Just be shit in every race, and then when it matters, like they even said in ranked races, that's how they're going to rank people. So they'll match a shitty player against another shitty player. Well, if you're a really shitty player against someone who's pretending to be shitty, well, the person who's pretending to be shitty can take advantage of you. So anyway, against the AI, sandbag, play lousily, and your AI should not get that much better, I guess. I don't know. And they're doing all of this on purpose. So they're using it in ranked. Like I said, they're talking about, they're going to rebalance, blah, 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 in the future. There's some parameters they can change, to make them AI less aggressive and whatever, and, blah, 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 in the future patches. But they did note that some players actually beat them. These incredible AIs are driving Bugattis at 400 kilometers an hour and drifting perfectly around a bend. But some players were able to beat them, so that kind of justifies why they shouldn't do too much, apparently. Also, upgrade your 2CV. If you're complaining about losing, upgrade your 2CV. Yes, that was in there. Upgrade it and race with a 2CV upgraded. I've played with someone who upgraded a 2CV. It's a freaking rocket. Who knew? All right. Metas will be nerfed. Well, I guess so. No, that's probably the wrong word. The current metas will be nerfed. New metas will arise. Basically, that's it. They're going to start nerfing cars. They're actually going to nerf upgrades. So you put a bunch of upgrades on your car today that do really well, and in next season, those upgrades won't have as much of an effect. So good luck with that. The cars may change categories, or like I said, the upgrades may become less useful whenever they feel like it, basically from one season to the next. They're also gonna probably nerf all-wheel drive cars. So I talked about the compensation. They said it will not be 1 million because that would ruin the experience. Yeah, because 1 million wouldn't even be close to enough, in my opinion. I would be fuming if all I got was 1 million, but that's all right. And they have no idea. They have no idea what they're going to do. They're still discussing it. And then at the end, they waxed about future stuff we already know, Ibiza, Clan Wars, the casino, beautiful stuff. And they talked about bringing TDU2 stuff in, but not really remaking a TDU2. And then, they said, oh, the players who've been playing, we love you, you're awesome, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So the only other thing is streamers, beware, Guillaume is watching you. He says there's a bunch, there's some that he watches regularly. I don't know if we're one. I hope so. Hi, Guillaume, if that's you. Anyway, cool. That's about it. There was really nothing of substance here other than the patch and season are still on schedule to start. I didn't check the hotel today, so I guess it's still on October 2nd. I'll go check the hotel and see. And thank you all. Have a good day. That's all you need to know. There was actually nothing of any substance in this thing at all. It was 23 minutes long. You don't need to watch half-hour, 40-minute videos to get this information. Patch is coming, I guess, next week, if it happens at all, and then we go from there. Bye-bye. Stay cool, man.